Sit back and relax for an evening with the Thamesmen.
Hello, welcome back.
George, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yes, here we are. I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles.
And I'm Alexander. I'm in San Francisco. You reached day 3 of New Romantic Week, so congratulations. You made it this far.
Now, we are exploring a genre that we lived through, but didn't really understand, are we?
Absolutely. We lived through this, and I did everything I could to ignore
it. You were 70s retro kid, and I was the bad heavy metal guy with a denim jacket with studs on the back.
That was it. But I did get into, when I got into music, I got into synths, and I recognized, how important this was. But only now, really, do I understand it. So a quick recap before we move on to the... if you go back and watch the video 1 and video 2, I won't labor this too much, but there was a nightclub called the Blitz. And anyone who went there was called the Blitz Kids. And literally, I could name 50 people that you'll recognize. It was a hotbed of fashion. It had its own music. It had its own style. David Bowie got involved. It was just utterly phenomenal, this one club. It really was so cutting edge. The music is what we're exploring. And the first 2 tracks we did, the first one was Visage, which was Steve Strange, the founder of New Romantics and the founder of the Blitz Club. And then we had David Bowie, who then came down to the club one night, and he was the god of New Romantics, and their anthem is Heroes. And he took some people and said, come, we're going to go and make a video. And they did, Ashes to Ashes, and he took the Blitz Club members. And now we're going to go and do Spandau Ballet.
So Chris, who is our contributor on these things and helped put this all together for us, give us some notes. And so what he says about Spandau Ballet was in 1980, the track we're going to listen to cut a long story short, but they were formed in 1978 by the Kemp brothers as the Gentry, which actually is a kind of cool name as well. After attending the Blitz Club and singing scene, they went out and bought a synthesizer so they could be go in that musical direction. They were keen to represent the new romantic movement in the same way the Sex Pistols represented punk. They quickly became the house band for the Blitz Club. That's not a bad house band, really, is it? And had great commercial success till the end of the 80s when they all stopped dancing. Very sad. Now this is a bit. Chris is being a bit cheeky here. You ready? This song broke them into the top 10 and had one critic saying it had a Gary Glitter-like backbeat. So you should be a fan, Alex.
Oh, dear me. There's a long story about Gary Glitter, but don't worry.
Gary Glitter and cricket matches. Check our other videos to see it.
He didn't get me. This track, so I recently kind of, there was no way I was going to touch Spandau Ballet back in that era. I was into Hendrix and Santana, whatever. Recently, I heard the 12-inch of this track. The bass, it's really good.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't realize how good this track is.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I haven't listened to it for a long time, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. So Spandau Ballet, to cut a long story short.
All right. I never know. It's never know which way around these ones go.
You and your flash new headphones.
All right. Count me in, big boy.
Don't say that. Are you ready? 3.
That's cool.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah.
Bloody love it.
That I want to hear the 12-inch version of that one now.
The 12-inch version is epic, huh? So you know, we did everything to avoid all this, and now you're going back, you're realizing, I mean, like, that was just freaking great.
I wouldn't back then would never have said, "Oh, I love Spandau Ballet," because I probably didn't, because it wasn't what I was used to.
Yeah,
but that I kind of see why I missed the boat on it. They were brilliant, and they looked so good. Their style.
Yeah. And it's just driving that dude. It's so simple, but it just drives. It just pushes, and the early kind of drum machine that's going through, and then the real drummer on top, and I tell you, that bass.
Yeah,
the bass line is
brilliant. I love the keyboard line. That synth line. That was just like that hook. You could just hear that over and over and over again. You know.
Yeah.
That should be on theme music.
I've got a new playlist that from when Chris put this together, and then I started researching. You know, you saw the emails that were going back. Oh my God, it all comes from this one club, right? Yeah. So the New Romantic, all this, as we keep going, came from 1 miniature club, and when it was a revelation, and then when I heard a 12-inch of this, it was like, oh my God, it was kicking.
Yeah. And I think the thing is, we're going to do 5 tracks. Maybe we'll sneak in a 6. I don't know. It depends on how much we go for time. But every time we're going to bring it up, there's going to be, why didn't we do Heaven 17, or why didn't we do
ABC Poison Hour of Love or whatever? We can't do them all.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many tracks that now you look back on them were brilliant in their time. You know, absolutely
brilliant. But I mean, the 3 tracks that have been picked for us. The very first one was the founder of the club.
Yeah.
The second one was, the leader, the god of all the club, Bowie. And this was the house band. Their very first gig was there. Yeah. I mean, just phenomenal. Now, I would have never, ever have dressed up and had the balls to do what they did. But as I said, they didn't want to fit in. These were the people who wanted to stand out.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, I mean, we're just we're exploring the roots of the Blitz Club and the New Romantic era, and love to hear what you love to hear, and and maybe we can expand the genre as we go. We got a lot to do, but I think it's kind of fun. So
yeah, do yourself a favor, everyone. Go to Spotify and go and look up Spandau Ballet, to cut a long story short, 12-inch, and put it on your playlist, because people were just like, there's a lot of people like us who have forgotten or overlooked it, and suddenly their ears are going to pick up and go, what was that? It's just phenomenal.
Okay, I got a question for you. Depeche Mode, new romantic band?
Yeah.
So when I came out to the USA, there was a radio station here in LA called K-Rock, the local rock, FM station, and they worshipped Depeche Mode, and they played Depeche Mode the whole time. And when Depeche Mode came to town, they would be, supporting it and selling tickets, and and it was like Depeche Mode were like a rock band here in some regards, and that was really interesting to me, because it just sort of changed the whole way I looked at what they did, sort of thing. So, yeah.
Well, so what are you saying? They're not, but I think that what happened is this is the new romantic era. It started off a grain, and it blew up into this huge music genre that went worldwide.
Well, the whole of the 80s, wasn't it? The whole 80s.
You could always take it all the way up through to Wham, when Wham comes through, right? And with all their hair and everything. So, I mean, this is just the beginning of the absolute core. Before it went on to the Astoria, the next club, and it got bigger and bigger. This is the original of New Romantics.
Perfect.
This is where it came from.
Excellent. Well, it's fascinating. Excellent. So, shall we wrap it up? Please subscribe, hit the bell, and then you'll get notifications of the next stuff coming up, and you can join us on the next journey.
And then we've got coming up, we've got Bowie Week, which I'm really, really looking forward to, and that's being curated also by a subscriber. Really looking forward to that. We've got Australia Week 2, and maybe Australia Week 3, because everyone has left their tracks to do. So we have got a lot of great stuff coming up, all curated by all subscribers.
Oh, and actually, those 2 subscribers are just to mention, our patrons. And they have the inside line to have a chat. And we actually put out a good video the other day, didn't we?
We did.
We did a triple shot of on our Patreon channel, an exploration of one of our patrons' favorite albums, Aqualung by Jethro Tull. So check. And
I think the next one, can we mention the next one that's coming up, the next triple shot that we're going to be doing?
Hopefully it'll be out soon, won't it? But yeah. So it's Surrealistic Pillow by Jefferson Airplane.
Which was mind-blowing, because there was one guitarist. I never knew who was on there, and it was on there, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, you got to check that out. That was well spotted by you. That was brilliant. I really like it. Anyway, enough wiggle. Right. on to the next.
All right. See you on, day 4?
Something like that. Depends which order we put them in.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We may not.